put your name on it. Your name on it. Come and put your name on it.
What's in the name? Tell me what's in the name. I've been hot shit since they call me ISH. I've been had fame till these rookies got paid. And these Rockies with a dick, you can stay in your lane. Wifey to the hustle, I don't need a damn ring.
I sell weed. Hey! It is not something that I ever thought that I was gonna end up doing in my life, right? 13-year-old me, 14-year-old me that was being stopped by the cops and told to like empty out their pockets and to step on the herb that I had in my pockets, or my friends that were planted face down on the curb for smelling like weed. I didn't think that this was gonna be a pathway for me. I didn't understand that it was ever going to be accepted. That was not within the cards, right? But all of a sudden, in 2014, end of 2014, my brother was arrested for cannabis. And he called me from jail, and he said, "Sis, I don't know what I'm gonna do." He said, and it was crazy because we actually hadn't talked to each other in 5 years. You know, sibling rivalry is crazy. I don't know where it comes from necessarily. I'm like, we have to take care of the same parent. We should make money together maybe. But, you know, like everyone has their own path, and those are things that I'm learning how to accept, you know? But he said, I have a dream. I had a vision, you know. I put everything that I had into creating a brand, and it was so well thought out. It was beautiful. He created a website. I was like, so you're in tech and weed? I was like, how San Francisco of you? You know? And, you know, he saw this, you know, and my brother had always been my hero in my life. And so the thought of him sitting in jail when the rest of the United States, or at least California at the time period, was talking about selling weed internationally. Like, he told me to go to this conference, right? It was the first international cannabis business conference. And it hurt me so much to see these people sitting on panels while my brother was sitting in jail. And it lit this fire inside of me, right? It lit this fire so deep inside of me that I couldn't not answer the call. And, you know, I started attending every single meeting I could think of, or I could find, that had cannabis on its agenda. And, you know, I would show up there, and I didn't necessarily know what I was gonna say, but I also had been working in youth work for a very long time, and I had always been the token youth to get up and talk in front of people, so I was like, I got the skill set. Let's go, you know? And it's so funny because, like, you never know when things in your life, the things that are happening in your life, are gonna all of a sudden turn out to be the very tools that you need to thrive, right? So, like, don't take anything for granted. It might seem pointless at the time period, but one day, something's gonna happen and you're gonna have the skill set. And you just trust that, you know? And in telling his narrative, I was like, my brother is sitting in jail right now. And we are talking about legalizing cannabis, but there's no pathway for people like my brother. And he is not the only one. We have statistics because, you know, like working in youth work, we had plenty of statistics about how our black and brown youth were being criminalized at a very young age, right? How they were being arrested and or like suspended or expelled from school, which had blocked them out of many, many opportunities. And where are they gonna go? What economy are they gonna end up actually participating in, right? Who is going to accept them because now they have been put a big felony on their forehead or failed on their forehead, and so where are they gonna go? You guys are legalizing cannabis and you're blocking people out. You're allowing this to continue to be dehumanizing. And I didn't know I was gonna say any of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just knew I was angry, and I was sad, and I was hurt, and I knew that it was wrong. I knew that there was an injustice that was happening. right? And that has led me into the most phenomenal places, being able to answer that call, right? And being brave enough, even though my heart felt broken, even though my spirit felt broken, even though I knew that this wasn't a world that was built for us. Like, it didn't matter, because what else am I gonna do with my life energy? You know, like, what else am I gonna do? You know, like, well, I know what I was doing. I could spend my time watching a lot of Netflix, because I am so good at that. But, like, regardless though, even in the stories, even in the Netflix stories, it's always about being able to embrace a call, to be able to follow your hero's journey, to be able to, like, jump over the threshold into the unknown, right? And so that unknown actually led me into helping to co-found an organization called Supernova Women. Thank you. Which helped to usher, and it's the power of that, like, being able to pair up with other people that share your narrative. There's only 4 of us. There was only 4 of us, and we helped to create new laws, right? So, absolutely amazing. We went all the way also across to the other side of the country, and where we went, the law that we were creating in Oakland and in San Francisco locally, they adopted their own statewide. So I tell you this, though, because you will never understand the power of your own narrative. You will never understand the power of your own self until you show up, right? Until you are brave enough to know that you are deserving of an adventure, right? And to look at it as an adventure, because I could have sat in my room and continued to be depressed because my brother was in jail, because it's shameful, because it brings dishonor to my family, like all of those things that we were taught. I could, but what purpose does that serve? He was already in jail. Did I need to create a jail around myself? You know? Thank you for, I was like, damn, that's deep. You know, like, it is such, like, in all of this, because I didn't graduate from high school, I got kicked out. I didn't graduate from college because I decided, I was like, I don't need debt. But it didn't stop me from showing up, studying the laws, connecting with people that had the understanding of it. Like, there are other ways. Like, there is no set pathway for how to be successful. I now have my own weed company called Gift of Doja. Thank you. Which I created because there had to be a break, and it's like me and my brother decided we could not work together as a family. But again, it's like in that heartbreak and in that seemingly failure, there was an opportunity to, like, blossom and bloom on my own, and have the confidence that I could. So, like, in all of it, again, is to answer your call, right? And that is my point in speaking to you today, sisters, is answer your call. Go to where your story calls you. It is yours. Mine is mine. It's crazy. You know what I mean? But it was only because I answered my call. Be brave, sisters. Answer your call.